Yes, after basically 20 years, Xbox Live is now dead. Okay, it's not dead. It's more like it's just basically getting a rebranding, a new coat, if you will, because Xbox Live Gold is now being called Game Pass Core. And a lot of people are talking about this online, and just so much momentum that I thought it'd be important to go over the big differences with this than Gold, but also really the biggest one. The biggest one is you're going to get a free catalog of games included in your subscription, which people always want to remind people that that's not technically free, but you know what I mean. This video is sponsored by patrons. Thank you very much. We have some speculation clubs coming up in there, and you guys help make new emotes. Thank you very much. If you want to support the channel, head over there and chat with us in our Discord, because we're talking about that ABK deal. Is that closing? I don't know. But for now, first, just on a human level, this is kind of a sad day. If you're not a Game Pass person and just have Xbox Live, it's going to change to Game Pass Core September. Oh, but is it going to cost more? Am I going to lose my games with Gold? No. You're going to keep everything that you've gotten with Games with Gold as long as you are still a Game Pass Core member, aka you're literally just getting a name change. You're just getting a name change. You will keep all your games with Gold as long as you are still subscribed, and it's going to be the same price as well. Same price, $60 a year or $10 a month, same thing. The main key differences, though, or really the main difference, is this is a strategy that is giving you a taste of what Game Pass, like the actual Game Pass, can offer you, which is 25 plus games that they will have in this catalog for you. And the list here, you know, they have some partnered ones, they have some first party ones, they have some Bethesda ones. You got like Among Us, Dishonored 2, Doom Eternal, Fable, Fallout, Halo Wars 2 and Halo 5, Ori the Will of Wisps, Psychonauts 2, Human Fall Flat Inside. You know, it's cool that Inside's on there. It's a great indie game. Did a sort of a video about that. But yeah, so that's the main thing that's changing. Instead of getting, and that's what you're getting instead of Games with Gold. There's no longer going to be a Games with Gold. You get a free game every month. Instead, you get this. And you can't help but draw the comparisons to this basically being a carbon copy of the PlayStation Plus catalog if you're on PS5. Literally, the base option of PS Plus, you get, I think, also around like 25 or so games that are pretty big mainstream hits. And you get to play them if you're just on the base member of PS Plus. That's what this essentially is. It's giving you that taste of what you can get if you upgrade. Now, I've been seeing other comments too. And this is probably something I see you typing up right now. What's the point of this? Like, there's literally no point to this, because for just $1 more, you could get the actual Game Pass. The thing that will let you have the day one launches, the entire catalog of Game Pass. Why would somebody not just spend $1 more to go to that? It's because base Game Pass doesn't include an online membership. Core Game Pass, why didn't they call it that? I feel like it should have said Core Game Pass instead of Game Pass Core. But anyways, Core Game Pass does not include, you know, the benefits of Game Pass. And Game Pass does not include the online multiplayer capabilities that Core does. And that's kind of why I think this was a weird move. I get why they did it, which I'm about to say in a moment. I get why, but it's just confusing a bit, because if people say a parent goes, hey, look what I got you for Christmas or whatever, 12 months of Game Pass Core, and they're like, I thought that's what you wanted, Game Pass. I wanted Game Pass, Dad, not Core. It's another circumstance that Xbox is just, as much as I love them, I gotta call them out when they need to be called out. And I think naming wise, this is lame, because that's gonna be a confusing thing. Like, do they want Game Pass Core? Do they want Game Pass? Do they want Game Pass Ultimate? There's PC Game Pass. Like, which one? And then, you know, the answer is just get Ultimate if you want everything, which is, I think that's part of the reason they did this, is they just want to make Ultimate seem all the more enticing. But it's literally the same situation except for this game catalog. So this is a tactic to get people all the more enticed to get Ultimate more than anything, because again, if you have Core, don't have Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, you don't have online. But if you have Ultimate, you get both of those. You get EA Play, you get PC Game Pass, which, by the way, is still the most banger deal, because when you're on PC, you don't need an online membership as long as you have internet. And then PC Game Pass not only does it include the Game Pass catalog, but it also gives you EA Play. So that's still technically, if you got the freaking $1,500 PC, that is still the banger deal. But this whole thing is just trying to get people on the idea of getting the best valued one, which is Ultimate. Because even if you're like me, where you're only on console, you're not going to pay $10 for Core and another $11 for Game Pass. You would just might as well get Ultimate. And it's going to be the same price if you buy Core for a year, which is still a thing. You can get that for $60 for a full year. That's not going away. But it's still the same price as Ultimate, you know? So why not just stick with the Ultimate thing? So that's basically what they're trying to do here. They're trying to get more people into the idea of going for that top tier option, which they raised by not $1, but by $2. But it is cool to see these 25 game catalog idea. And, you know, we're no longer getting games with gold, but they are going to rotate in new titles. They said like 2 or 3 times a year. And I think this is cool. It's literally a sampling of Game Pass. If you don't want it, this is still a catalog of a lot of first-party things. When you look at this list, the majority is first-party things. None of them are within the past 2 years. Most of them are like 3 years and beyond. You know, the most recent things I see here is like Doom Eternal, or In the Will of the Wisps, and Psychonauts 2. Actually, Psychonauts 2 is the most recent thing on this list. That's cool. Like, that's a good option. And then if people want more, and if they want the day ones, they're not going to upgrade the dollar. They're not going to go to base Game Pass. They're just going to straight line it to Ultimate, and that's the tactic that they're doing. When that ABK deal closes, we will see if this tactic works out for them. Maybe they did that to set up for that. And make sure you're subscribed to stay tuned for that. But, you know, like, what's that debate? Do you like the idea of Core more or Xbox Live? Let's debate that in the comments. Don't forget to be proud awesome. And I'll see you for more Xbox speculation. I'm going to miss Live, man. It kept it so much more simple.